they're wide, but they're not as short. So when they're pregnant, their eggs fill up underneath this right here and kind of like puff out.
What can you eat off those, Mama?
You can eat these guys. They're pretty good. They get really, really big. We've seen some nice ones.
So is that a female because it's wider?
Well, see how it's long like that? That would be a male.
It's called the apron.
Apron.
The triangle?
Yeah.
It's the apron.
That was a female, it looked like a horseshoe.
I have a tent pot right now. The commercial guys might have 600 traps, and they'll connect 8 or 9 traps together in a trawl. So they'll have a main line, and they'll all come up, and the captain will gaff them, put them on the line, get them up, and then the deckhand will strip them, take the lobsters out, rebait them, and then stack them out back. Now some boats have a table where you're standing, where all the traps go, but some boats don't have a transom. It's an open transom out back, so they'll stack them up just like that. So when the captain wants to put the traps back out, they start driving the boat, they boot the first trap over the side and momentum, and will send them all over. A lot of guys are going to run their boats by themselves, no deckhand. So they'll kick this first trap over the side, put the boat in gear, but then like maybe the line will get caught up in rigging, so the captain will go back and try to undo the rigging, get his leg caught, over he goes. And there's been cases where you've seen lobster boats driving in circles with nobody on board, and there's a lobster fisherman down below somewhere, dead. Or it gets re-hung up so that as he's driving around, he's being towed by his boat in a big giant circle. So it's not the best situation. I just like my tent traps. It's a lot easier.
She's been teaching you a few things.
Easy. All right, Glenn.
Here we
Have
go.
some dinner.
It's a much better thing because it's a glimpse of a somewhere. But that's the idea.
Oh!
Hey now.
Like a,
Son of a bee!
Which is
Good boy, Glenn!
oh my goodness! Oh, oh my God! I just love this one.
Good boy! You can come back. Marty, not so much.
Buy a lottery ticket.
Wait it shows, man.
I will cook you. That's for me. Thank you for finally helping. Here, you hold that one. All right, now, so this is a keeper lobster, and the way I know this is the size alone. But can you keep her under the wind?
yes.
Okay. So they offer us this device that we're going to use, and so our lobster itself. Here's the carapace. Is this part right here? Okay. Here's the abdomen.
Oh, that's the.
This is the abdomen. This is the tail.
Okay.
Now, lobsters have 2 claws. One is the crusher claw. And the crusher claw, okay, is used to just break shells, and it is used to crush something of some sort. And then you have the ripper claw on the other side to rip the flesh. And lobsters can be left-handed or right-handed, depending on where the crusher claw is. So this is a righty. And then you can also check to see if it's a boy or a girl. So you flip her over, and they have all these swimmerettes underneath. The first set of swimmerettes right here, if they're soft, it'd be a girl, and if they're harder, it'd be a boy. So this is a girl. So if you were to take your students out on a field trip like this, imagine yourself putting together a data table that they have to do, where when we haul the traps up, never mind location and all that other business, but is it a lefty or is it a righty? Is it a keeper? Is it a boy? Is it a girl? Are there any missing parts? Because lobsters, they can regenerate their parts. They get into battles all the time with each other. A great book you want to read is called Realm of the Lobster. It's all about lobster biology and behavior. These things are nuts. They fight all the time, especially the males, but the females get in there too. They do some fisticuffs. They're going to tear each other's arms off all the time, and they'll grow them back. It takes longer to get the job done, but it will grow the back. And then this one has been in some kind of, you know what, even before I mess with you anymore, now to actually measure this guy, this lady, you're going to take this and you're just going to put it in the, not in her eye, but in the eye wedge right here. And if the carapace grows past the second half, it's a keeper. So she's definitely a keeper. So we're going to disarm her because I don't want, she's very passive aggressive right now. And that didn't work out very well. Let's try that. Oh, it almost did. There we go. Let's try that again. You need two. Here you go, honey. Glenn's dinner right here. Hold on. Just work it. Come on. Now, there. Sorry about that. So the lobsters themselves, they have to molt. They have to get rid of their shell like any other arthropod in order to grow bigger. So she's wearing a suit of armor that she has to get rid of. So what she's going to do is, when the timing is just right, she has a set of glands behind her eyes that excrete a certain hormone. And as long as that hormone is being produced, the shell stays. But if the hormone is stopped being produced, then the shell will split in half. Right down her carapace, right down this long line right here. It'll split and she'll pull herself out. When she pulls herself out, she looks exactly like the lobster that she is, with coloration, but no shell whatsoever. So I've literally caught lobsters in a trap that I've just molted, and I'll reach in and I'll grab it, and it's like picking up a pile of wet marshmallow. It falls apart in my hands, like boom. Okay, very disturbing. After she molts, she'll pump herself full of water, get way big, and then her skin will develop a new shell, and then she'll get rid of the water, and now she has space to grow into. So that's my little deal with the lobsters. What do you got over there, Scott?
Right, if you look at the legs 5, 6, 7, and 8, he's come to a point back here just for walking. Just like for mountain climbing. Over here, there's legs 1, 2, 3, and 4 up here are little claws. This helps them probably for some defense, but also for passing food forward. And then if you look at the mouth parts in here, it's a series of what look like small appendages still passing food up into the mouth. And then, I can pry this guy apart, right there as you enter the mouth, you can see actually it's like little teeth, like molars.
See them in there?
Chewing on the end. And right here, those right there. So all of this is a matter of passing food forward, and then those mouth parts keep passing it into the gut, to the gullet, into the gut.
Now when you let them stop swirling, God, they move quick.
Yeah.
It actually goes up
Okay, look in here, right through here, you can see all of that little specks of red pepper, those are the copepods. There's some of them massing down here, so they're a little bit red down the bottom. But it is probably about 95% amphipods.